Is Michigan a tarnished champion? Wolverines win last night 34-13 in a game that, guys, listen, I know many of you are going to label me as sour grapes when talking about this, right? Many folks, especially if you are a Michigan fan and you are stumbling upon this video, believe it or not, guys, they exist. If you're a Michigan fan stumbling upon this video, let me go ahead and get this out of the way. I don't have any personal disdain. I don't have any personal vendetta. I don't have anything really against Michigan. And guys, I'll go ahead and put it out there, by the way, because we're going to talk about, is Michigan a tarnished champion? Should there be an asterisk next to Michigan's name in the record books? No, I don't think there should. But is it a conversation worth having? Absolutely, yes, it is. And first things first, guys, on the game itself. Again, the reason I said it's going to come off sounding like sour grapes is because yesterday I had the take that I think Georgia was the best team in college football this past season. And dare I say that the game last night proved that, because that game was boring, man. That game, Michigan jumps out early, right? It's 17-3. They kind of just go through the motions, put it in cruise control, give credit to Washington for staying in the fight, for fighting back. But guys, if you're honest with yourself today, that national championship game was a snoozer, okay? That national title game was a snoozer. It was fun early, and it maybe got fun late. But really from the second quarter all the way until like 7 minutes left in the game, I mean, dude, I found myself almost falling asleep through it. I'm not even going to lie to you. So congratulations to Michigan. It was a dominating performance. But the game itself, I thought it would be a classic. I thought it would be a fun back-and-forth game. We unfortunately did not get that. So Michigan's your national champion. Undefeated, undisputed. Listen, they earned it on the field. They beat everybody they beat. They beat the SEC champion. My only question, though, is this. And I'm someone, again, guys, I come from the school of baseball. I was a college baseball player. So sign stealing, I mean, it's as part of the game as sunflower seeds or throwing a dip in or whatever, having a hot dog at a ball game, having a beer, whatever. It happens, right? If I'm on second base and your catcher's not smart enough to change his signals, change his signs, and we get your signs and we pick up on them, that's on you. If your third base coach, if he's not smart enough to change up his signs every now and then, and we can pick him up, that's on you. So I totally get that, right? What I don't get is why we don't talk about the sign stealing stuff more from the standpoint of like the role it played in Michigan's success. Then you've got J.J. McCarthy, guys, as I talked late last week, literally going on record saying that, yeah, we knew Ohio State was doing it. And like, we had to pick up our game and we had to do certain things to compete. Here's the difference. You're not wrong. Everyone in college football is cheating to some degree, right? I'm a South Carolina guy at heart. People ask me about, well, there's, rumors that 2022 South Carolina may have gotten signs and cheated. Did they do it? I don't know. Like, they may have very well done it. I hate how much sense it makes. But you know what? As the article that came out from Brett McMurphy said this morning, everybody's doing it, and if you're a clean program, you're Vanderbilt. You're not winning. That's all due respect to our friends in Nashville, by the way. But you're either doing everything you can, maybe you're blurring the line, whether it's in the portal, it's in NIL, it's in sign stealing, it's something else. You can either do it or you can lose. You have one of two options. So I'm not saying that everybody isn't doing it. Here's the biggest difference, though. Michigan got caught. They got caught. They got caught in this extensive cheating thing and in this sign stealing thing with Connor Stallions and what he was doing and going to games and filming teams. And like, it was crazy. It was beyond anything we've ever seen. I just don't know. And then, guys, the part of it that is really fascinating to me. Jim Harbaugh was suspended half the year. He literally missed half of the games. There's no question something went down, okay? No question. No question. And Michigan got no punishment, like none. I just wonder if that same situation took place with a non-blue blood. If that would have happened with Washington, if that would have happened with, I don't know, if it's a 12-team playoff and it happens to Missouri, right? Like, is the NCAA turning the other cheek and just kind of looking away and letting that team proceed forward as normal? Did the brand of Michigan protect them from the standpoint of not suffering ultimate consequence? Again, I don't think there should be an asterisk next to their name, right? Is Michigan a tarnished champion? I guess it depends on how seriously you take cheating, how seriously you take sign stealing, right? I know everybody's doing it, guys. And don't be holier than thou and say, well, my program's not doing it for sure. Like, I don't care who you're a fan of. Everybody's doing something to try to get ahead, or because if you're not, you're falling behind. If you're not, you're falling behind. But it's a fair debate. I don't necessarily think, because I think if we put an asterisk, if we have this debate, this argument, we've got to put an asterisk next to Michigan's name. There are other champions that you could go back and do the same. Back when Auburn paid Cam Newton, Reggie Bush getting his Heisman taken away. Like, there's been shady stuff happening forever and ever. But this is just the latest. And I think it's a debate. I think it's a debate and it's a conversation worth having. Right? So, how do you view Michigan? How do you view them as a national champion? On the field, guys, that team was complete. Give them all the credit in the world. That team was complete. I was extremely impressed last night with Michigan's speed. I thought they made Washington look slow. And the biggest fear that I think Washington folks had, or those pulling for Washington, came true in the fact they just simply couldn't protect him. And it looked like the lights, dare I say, were too bright for the Huskies at times. Drop passes, procedural stuff that was incorrect, right? False starts. That right tackle last night, that poor right tackle for Washington, he didn't have a chance, especially in that second half. So Michigan on the field. Michigan was a national championship caliber team. How much do you weigh all the other stuff that happened with Michigan football off the field when you think about them as a national champion?